Hello, 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 everybody. How are you? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from whichever part of the world you are currently listening to us from or watching us from. I know right now we have people watching us via YouTube. We are streaming on Facebook. We are streaming on Twitter. We are also streaming on Podbean, Spotify, Google, on about 23 different platforms. I greet everybody. I thank you all for joining us. And before we get started, I want you all to do the same thing that I always ask you to do. Please like and share this broadcast. And I will do that right away. I'll share mine right away. Please like and share because the information we will be delivering today might just be that information that somebody out there that you know has been waiting for to hear. Share this message because you might be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So, welcome, welcome, welcome to another beautiful episode of the Morale Booster with Dr. John Ughulu. The Morale Booster is a platform for entrepreneurs, career professionals, leaders, and the general public to give back to the society through coaching and mentoring. You know, I always say experience is the best teacher, and that's why I always do my best. We always do our best to bring in the best of the best, just like Mercedes Benz, they say the best or nothing. So we bring in the best of the best to speak to encourage you, to motivate you, to inspire you, to teach you those things that would help you transition from where you are to where you want to be. It could be in your personal life, it could be in your career, it could be in your business. And that's why we bring in the best of the best. All right, for bookings, adverts, or sponsorship inquiries, please visit johnughulufoundation.com or johnughulu.com. You will see all our contact information currently being displayed on the screen from the beginning to the end. So if you can hear me, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please type I can hear you in the comment section. I want to be sure that I'm not speaking to myself. Anyway, I'm used to talking to myself. But however, I want you to participate. I want you to enjoy what we've got. So type I can hear you. Awesome. Great. I see all of you. Great, 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 great. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, my people. So once again, remember to like and share this broadcast. And today I have a man who is so passionate about helping people build their mindset on financial literacy, who helps people build their mindset on cash flow, who helps people understand the importance of cash flow and systems that can help you move your business, your financial status from where you are to where you want to be. He's all the way in Ireland. So we're global. Remember, we're global. Now, this person I'm talking about, his name is Karl Davidson. Now, growing up, Carl did what his parents and the society told him. He went to school, got good grades, then went on to college. He achieved a degree in electrical engineering and got a safe, secure job. He did all these by the age of 20. Wow. Fast forward to 4 years, he felt stuck. Stuck not in his job, which had flown him across the world to places such as Japan, United States, and to so many other countries, which had him even working on some of the most advanced machines in the semiconductor industry, but stuck in his own personal life. He was getting paid well. You know, he received all the good stuff until one day he met a person online who changed the trajectory for him. And those of you who are watching us right now online, those of you who are listening to us online, he wants to bring that major disruption, that shift in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want you all to join me as I welcome to the stage this powerful man, this man who is a mindset coach, a cash flow mindset coach, no other person but Karl Davidson. Welcome. Join me above.
Wow. Dr. John, listen, I really, really appreciate that lovely, lovely intro. Wow, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
what you're doing is absolutely fantastic, John. Credit to you, credit to all the people that are, following you as well. I love the fact that, you're giving back to the people, with your foundation as well. That's a big, big part of me as well, is giving back, doesn't matter how much money you make, you got to give some of that back. You know, you got to
That's
help
true.
more people. The more money you make, the more people you can help. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So
You're very, very
appreciate it.
welcome, my friend. Thank you. Now, when I first completed the Power Voice program, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
your program was one of your group was one of the first groups that I
yeah.
ever spoke to, and it was for an hour. I was like,
Mm,
really? So I could speak for an
yeah,
hour?
yeah.
So thank you so much for shining your light. Thank you for giving me that opportunity to, test my skills, test my power, and test my abilities. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. No worries. Absolutely.
You're welcome. All right. So now you always talk about cash flow,
Yeah.
cash flow. So tell us, what does that mean?
Yeah, well, you want something that makes money and that flows into your pocket and doesn't flow out of your pocket, right?
Right, right,
So yeah, a little bit of background about me, which you talked at the start. That the person that I met online, and turns out, after a while of chatting to her and stuff like that, we formed a relationship. And then she was the girl, she was the woman that introduced me to Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book
Oh,
by the famous Robert Kiyosaki, right?
Kiyosaki. Right, right, right.
And yeah, and it was for me, it was just an absolute game changer. I was 25 at the time. I did just, the 2 or 3 years prior to that, I was coming through a bad relationship. I was on my own. I was renting in an apartment on my own. I was, suffering from all these kind of bad thoughts. It would have been one of the worst periods of my life. And then I decided to join the gym, and I knew by going to the gym I'd be around motivated people, right? I knew by going to the gym I would be around people that want to better themselves.
Right.
It doesn't matter where you are in the gym process, as long as you're in the gym, you're gonna try and get better, right?
True.
But I didn't know what to do in the gym, so I just typed into YouTube. I was like, motivation, and then I hit on one of my, one of the best speakers in the world, or joint best speakers in the world, which was Eric Thomas.
Right,
And he was raw, he was heavy, and I needed that, right? But
right.
then from listening to Eric Thomas, it fed through to one of our great mentors, that we've been personally mentored by, Mr. Les Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Like absolute like game changer. When you do his courses, when you become mentored by Mr. Les Brown, like you cannot help but smile for the rest of your life, because
I am
you've
telling
been
you.
you've been mentored by one of the greats, if not the great in the world.
Right,
And he was a phenomenal influence in my life. He got to the words, that I was saying to myself. He changed up those words. He made me hungry again, John. And ever since then, when I met my then girlfriend, now wife, she gave me two books, Rich Dad Poor Dad and How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
right,
And boom, everything had just started then. It was just a whole light switch. It was a whole second chance.
right,
And it
right,
was
right,
just it was just a phenomenal journey. And from then I started going to events. I started investing myself. I started, people were calling me crazy that I was paying €250 for a ticket. I remember being called crazy. You're paying €250 for a ticket in some seminar. I'm like, yeah, like,
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
because you got to empty your mind, or sorry, you got to
Hmm.
empty your pockets to fill your mind, and then your mind
Right,
fills your pockets, right?
right,
And you
right,
can write that down. I learned that from one of my great mentors, Cesar, over in Romania.
right.
But that's what you got to do, and I'm high energy as well, John. And it's just been an absolute incredible roller coaster
I
ride.
can imagine. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's good. You just made some very important points. You just touched on some very, very relevant subjects that I would want us to really talk about. You talked
Nice.
about you spending money to attend seminars,
Yeah,
personal
absolutely,
development,
absolutely.
because they say even if they take everything, even if anything happens today, they take everything from you, all your assets, all your
Mm,
everything, your money, your properties. They can never take away your knowledge. Is that correct?
Absolutely, that is a 100% correct. They can't take your knowledge. They can't take your memories. They can't take your presence. and they cannot take your vision. So once you have all of those, you're good to go again.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now let's talk to that man or that woman who's just beginning to realize that they need to build cash flow.
Mm.
They currently are struggling, living
Yeah,
from paycheck to paycheck,
yeah,
and they've lost hope.
yeah.
So where what they want to know where to start from. Let's hear from you how to make that mindset shift.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, you got to be aware of it at the start. You got to be aware that, you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
There's too much month at the end of your money, and you can be very aware of that very quickly when you start going to the ATM and you can't take out money or you can't pay bills and you're like, right, what do I do? I always recommend people to just start with what you have. If you have a smartphone, if you have one of these smartphones, there we go. If you have one of these smartphones, you can literally make money from your smartphone. You got to first, though, invest in your education, because we're
Knowledge.
not taught this sort of stuff in school. We're not taught to invest in, silver and stuff like that. We're not taught to invest in gold. We're not taught to invest in property. We know on a subconscious level that, oh, invest in property, invest in gold and silver, invest in crypto. Well, the young kids now are being told to invest in crypto. We know that, these are things that, but we don't do it because we're trapped in this societal paradigm shift, this societal belief that we've got to go to school, get good grades, get a safe, secure job, and work for 40 years. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that, do that. We need people like that. But if
Right.
you want to see a bigger vision for yourself, if you want to not be on your deathbed, when you're 85 or 90 years of age, I'm getting goosebumps here. When you don't want to be on your deathbed, you don't want to regret anything, then start that business. Start with what you have, because what you have is plenty. Go on to
Right.
YouTube, listen to the audiobook of Rich Dad Poor Dad, read the paper book, start taking notes, start being who you are destined to be.
Yes. That's great. So personal development again is
Mm,
key. Start
absolutely, man.
networking. Yeah. Les Brown would say, hang around OQP, only quality people.
OQP.
Right.
Always.
Yes,
Always.
because those are the people who would first of all help you develop that mindset that you need. I remember when I first decided to become a speaker.
Mm,
Everyone around me was, they couldn't even fathom me. They couldn't even
yeah.
imagine what I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
But because of that strong willpower that I had,
Mm,
I was able to, stay focused. And not everybody has that willpower.
no.
So I want you to please talk to that man or that woman is who has made up his or her mind to go for personal development, but the people around them are just those people who always try to bring them down, who always try to make them feel that that is a wrong decision. Like you had people calling you crazy for paying for tickets, right? So I want you
Yeah.
to speak to that man or that woman
Yeah.
who is currently experiencing that, who is in the midst of those dream
Yeah.
killers. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, look, if they are not paying my bills,
Yeah.
I do not care about their opinion or their advice. And that's
Right.
being straight up,
Right.
unless you are paying my bills, then, like, sure, I'll listen to your advice. I don't need to take it on, but I'll listen to the advice. I'll listen to your opinion. But at the same time, if you're not paying my bills, that doesn't mean I'm going to take your advice. If you need to pay my bills in order for me to listen and take on your advice.
Right.
But I want to
Right.
just get back to that person who maybe is kind of stuck in a rut, or maybe doesn't know what to do next, right? The day you were born and the day you were died, when you're on your tombstone, not when you're on your tombstone, but when you see on your, well, you won't see it on your tombstone either, but
Right.
on your tombstone, you'll have your birth date and you'll have your end date, right? Your death date, whatever you want to call it. There's
Yes.
that dash in the middle, and that dash represents everything that you've done, every single thing that you've done or accomplished in your life, the people that you met, the investments that you made, the mess ups that's happened, the experiences, the travel, the knowledge, the memories, and stuff like that. You want to make sure that dash is filled to the brim with as much experiences, as much knowledge, as much wealth, as much abundance, as much heart-filled experiences as possible, because that's going to create that legacy for you. You know, you want to make sure as well that you're giving your kids and your children's children a lot of wealth too as well, because it starts with you. If you want to change up that generational wealth, it starts with you. It starts with you making a decision, you know, to cut off. That's where it comes from. Just decide, make a decision, and then watch the universe, you know, just provide, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, you know, because mindset
Mm,
plays a major role.
absolutely,
And
100%.
also allowing people's opinions of you become your reality, that's
Mm-mm.
a death trap.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
dream killer.
Yeah,
So if there's someone out there listening, he just
yeah,
told you, never allow people's opinions of you become your reality, even if they pay your
100%.
bills, right? Take what you need to take from them in terms of advice, but be firm
Yeah,
on what you want for yourself and network with like-minded people. Is that correct? Yep.
100%. You got to be around people that give you energy and not drain your energy. Of course, you know, you will have some people in your life that you can't get rid of that will drain your energy. But
Right.
on a grand scale of things, you want to be around, you know, like for example, tomorrow we've got an event, we've got a cash flow event happening. You know, I know because I attract OQP, because, you know, I've learned that from Les Brown is OQP. I know that these people are going to be high vibrational people.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be at my event. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So you
Right.
got to be around those people. You got to be around people that have more than what you have. You don't want to be the smartest one in the room. You want to
Right.
be the one in the room that wants to learn the most. And how you
Right.
learn the most, you drop the L and then you be earning the most.
Right. Right. That's true. Yeah, you learn the most and you earn the most. Yeah, that's true. You know, we all have to learn to be lifelong learners. And
Absolutely.
even to when it comes to leadership, yes, I heard the great John Maxwell say
Mm,
a leader listens, a leader learns, and a leader leads. So you have to listen, learn, and lead. You have to listen, learn before you can lead and
100%.
dominate whatever industry you are
Yeah.
in. Yeah, so thank you so much for sharing that. Now, let's
No
talk
worries.
about your event. You're having an event. Is it an
Yeah.
in person event or a virtual event?
It's in person. I know, obviously, with the last couple of years with COVID and stuff like that, we, you know, in person events has been pretty much non-existent. So that's why once these all these restrictions and lockdowns eased, you know, I said to my wife, we're like, right, let's get back to in person events. You know, that's what we need. You know, as
Yes,
human beings, we're social creatures. We need to be
right.
around, you know, people. We need to learn from people. You know, you look at we're expecting a baby now in 3 months, so you know, I
Oh,
want my baby. Thank you.
congratulations in advance.
And thank you. Appreciate that. So I want my baby to be around other babies so that they can learn, you
Right.
know. Same with adults. I think adults are just big babies anyway. You know, some definitely act like big babies, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
But you know, I want to be around people because you can learn so much. All it takes is for one word, one sentence, one phrase from someone that sparks something in you, and you're like, boom, this is it.
Right.
This is
Right.
my calling. This is what I want to do in life. This is what I want to invest in. This is what you know, I need to help more people. You know, I need to make more money to help more people. You know, that's what, you know, I always say to people, because people have this preconditioned belief that, oh, the rich are greedy and stuff like that. Everyone can be greedy, not just the rich. You know, everyone can be greedy, but you gotta change up that mindset to basically realize that the more money you make, the more people you can help. You know,
True.
so I don't even know how I spun that around there, but anyway.
No, that was great. You know, that's right. The more money you make, the more people you can help. That's for those who have the mindset of giving back. You
Yeah,
know, they say
100%.
the more you give, the more you get. But I
Yeah,
also like to remind people that that phrase only applies to those who are educated enough to know how it works. When I
exactly.
talk about those who are educated, I'm not talking about going to college or going to education, personal
Mm,
development, mindset
absolutely.
development. You have to be educated in that area to understand how it works. Nobody's saying when you don't have a job and you have the last money to help you stay alive, you should just give it out. No, you can use that last money to do something that will give you more money so you can give to people, right?
Exactly.
So get an education. I'm not talking about going to school to learn. Understand how it works. The more you give, the more you get. All right. So thank you so much for sharing that with me. So now, you deal you invest in gold and silver. Can you please share
Yeah.
with us what precisely what's the best way to get into such an investment?
Yeah, I mean, like the cash flow board game, they have small deals and big deals, right?
Oh,
A lot of people, when the ego comes, they want to go straight for the big deal,
right,
but what you got to do is you got to start small. Some people can jump in and they go the big deal, and they want to do that. That's fine, you know but you want to just start small, right? So back, my very first investment was back in 2018, and it was like silver, right? And with my engineering background, I know that silver is an industrial metal along with a precious metal, you know. So then I know, because of the engineering background that I have, is that there's going to be a massive demand for silver. It's one of the best conductors of electricity, right?
right.
With all these new microchips and nanochips technology and all, silver is going to be in high demand, right?
Oh, okay.
So if I know this information, and now the people listening know this information, then it's like, right, well, now is the time to then invest in silver. Now, don't take this as financial advice either,
Yeah,
but I'm
yes.
just saying that they say that there's this chip shortage out there, and there's lots of shortages and stuff like that, and silver's at a bit of a low price now, and it's meant to skyrocket and stuff like that. But at the same time, dip your toes in, become an investor in precious metals. And
Right.
we had, in 2018, we had money in the bank wasting away. Like, why would you have savers are losers, John? Why would you have money in the bank? You know, it's costing you money to have money in the bank. And I don't even say money, because real money is God's money. Real
Yep.
money is the universe money. Real
Right.
money is
Natural.
is natural. Whatever. If you don't want to say God, or what, the earth or whatever. The universe money. But you know, but fake money is the government's money, right? They just keep printing, 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 printing. Here you go. Here's your stimulus checks. Here's your pandemic unemployment, right? All they're
Right.
doing is printing their way into what's happening now, is just this crazy hyperinflation, you know?
Mhm.
So you got to protect your wealth. There's one way of protecting your wealth. It's not the only way. It's one way, and that's invest in gold and silver.
Right.
Simple. Protect your wealth, We had some money in 2018. We were like, what will we do with it? We did a Rich Dad course with Robert Kiyosaki, one of his coaches. We spent 3.5 grand in it, but we got the knowledge, and they were like, okay, perfect. We're gonna do this. We're gonna invest in silver. We have like about a 90% ratio from silver to gold,
Mhm.
which means that basically we've got more silver than gold because of the industrial application of it as well. So it's
Right.
like, okay, happy days, get that. For example, I give you an example. We bought a 5 kilo bar. So here's my screensaver, which is my wife holding two 5 kilo bars, right?
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
bought a 5 kilo bar back in 2018. It cost about 2,400, 2,500 euro.
Mhm.
Now it's worth around 5,300 euro. That's a 50, nearly 50% gain. You
Wow.
know. Now
Wow.
I'm not going to sell it, but at the same time, if I did, I'm making a 50% gain. But obviously you pay tax and all that, blah blah.
Right.
So it just depends on what your investment strategy is. It just depends on what excites you. Gold and silver is in true alignment. Bless you. Gold and
Thank
silver is in true alignment with me. So therefore, I'm attracting, like, I just had a client of mine there, just before we had this call, and I was talking to him about, silver, and how I started off with one coin, and now I've got, like, 6 or 7 coins here. Like, I've got this one, I've got, another one over here. Hold on, this one, and then another one, and then, so wealth attracts wealth.
Right.
That's what
Right.
happens.
Right.
And I use that analogy. It's like a busker. When a busker is on a street and he
Right.
has his case in front of him, if he
Mhm.
doesn't put coins in that, then it's not gonna. 9 times out of 10, it won't grow. But if he throws a few coins in there, or she throws a few coins in there, boom, he'll start making some more
True,
money.
true, 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 true. That
You
makes a
know?
whole lot of sense. And thank you so much for sharing, because like you said, it takes just one piece of information to
Absolutely.
change everything. Just one.
100%. One piece.
So
That's all you need.
yes. So when I see people complaining that, oh, I have read several books, I have paid for several courses, I have invested so much money, I keep telling them, don't worry. All you need is just one piece of information. And when
Mm.
that information strikes or hits you, you would recover every investment you have put into personal development. No knowledge is wasted.
Mm.
Yes.
100%. You know?
Yes. So
And
thank
that's the thing. That's the thing, John. You know, a lot of people, they put in money into investing in themselves and stuff like that, and then they think that, they don't have anything to show for it. It's like there's no tangible results there, or they just can't see the result. But that's because in a lot of the cases, not all cases, but in a lot of the cases, all they have is the knowledge, and knowledge does not equate power. It's the application of the knowledge equates power.
right.
You need to apply the knowledge that you learned. We learned from the great Les Brown, right?
True.
So we got so much knowledge from the great Les Brown, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing now? We're
Fine.
applying that knowledge through talking, through
True.
getting our a message out.
True.
We could sit back and sit on the couch and eat bonbons and watch
Yeah.
TV, but we're out here. We're on the playing field. We're
Right.
not in the crowds cheering on. We're out here in the playing field. You know what I
True.
mean, John?
True. 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 That's true. We're applying it. So
Yes.
I want to send this message to everyone now. Apply your knowledge. It's not just
100%.
enough to just go get the knowledge. When you get the knowledge, apply the knowledge. Now, there's so many people who have done a lot of training programs, personal development. They've spent so much money,
Hmm.
but they're still looking for that push to just make them get started. They are armed with everything they need. A lot of them are just scared to hear the word no. Like when they reach out to you and say, "Oh, I have a new business. Do you
Yeah.
mind supporting my business by patronizing me, by buying from me?" They're scared of that. "Oh, I don't have money right now. I cannot. I don't need it right now." They're scared of it. So
Hmm.
what
Yeah.
would you say to that person who is still scared to hear that first no from a prospect?
Yeah. Imagine, if you will, on your deathbed many years from now, and you're 90 years of age. Are you really going to care about that person saying no now? Are
No.
you really going to care? When I love getting rejected,
Oh yes, sure.
because I know that the next person is going to say yes.
Yes.
And no doesn't mean no. No means next opportunity, follow up with the person or whatever, No doesn't mean no, means really, it means I'm not I'm going to say no because I'm not ready yet. That's what they're really saying. Either they don't believe in themselves to do what you do, or they're not in alignment with the product or the service or whatever it is. They're just, you know that's what they're really saying. They don't believe in it, or they don't like it. If
That's
they don't
true.
like it, that's all right. It's all
That's
good.
true.
There's nearly 8 billion people in the world, John.
That's true. Yeah, you're very correct. I was just trying to send a message to them now. The more no's you get, the
Yeah,
closer you are to your yes.
yeah.
So, for those who are still struggling, who are still waiting for the perfect time will never come. The more
No.
no you get, the closer you are to your yes. So take action. You're still waiting for that coach to tell you, oh, you've taken so many training courses. Now is the time to, first of all, test, apply that knowledge. You're waiting,
Mm.
nobody's going to tell you that. But we are here telling you now to apply your knowledge. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's 100% correct, John. 100%.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, I want to ask you this last question before I let you go. I know you need to go take care of your pregnant wife. And by the way, congratulations in advance
Thank you.
for
Appreciate it.
your bundle of joy that you are expecting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah. So now how can people join your cash flow group? I know you have a Facebook group, right? What's it
Yeah.
called?
It's called Cash Flow Club Ireland. So you see the t-shirt there, Cash Flow Club Ireland. We've been running this Cash Flow Club for since I think 2000. We had the idea I think in 2016. I think we started in 2017. I think it's like 5 years. Like we have the most largest and most active cash flow club, one of the largest and most active cash flow clubs in the world, and it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. There's over 3,000 members in there. There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of networking, a lot of deals being made, and you know what? That's what I love to see. I love people when they come in not knowing anything, and then actually being like, oh my god, like that I learned that there. It's a group of like-minded people that want to learn. You can come in and be negative and be like blah 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 blah, but you'll probably get kicked out because it's a high vibe. It's a high vibe group. We don't have
Right,
any time for negativity. We don't have
right.
any time for being skeptical. You can be either skeptical or you can be rich, but
True,
you
true,
can't be
true.
both. And you know what rich stands for, John?
Yeah.
Residual income creates happiness.
Wow, wow.
And
Let's put that down.
residual
Rich.
income
Let's see.
creates
Oh,
happiness.
oh, great, great, great. Rich. All right. Residual income creates happiness. I love that. Great, great, great.
Nice,
Thank you so
nice.
much for sharing that. So, for those of you who are listening to us via podcast and other streaming platforms that cannot see the screen, you can go join his Facebook club right away. It's called Cashflow Club Ireland.
Yeah,
Ireland, like the country,
yeah,
Ireland. So
yeah.
Cashflow Club Ireland, and I assure you, this guy is doing amazing things in terms of
Thank you.
helping people upgrade their mindset.
Mm.
I see the communications that go on in that group. I so love it, and I want to encourage everybody. If you are thinking of getting into that high vibration cash flow networking group, Karl Davidson is your man. Go join his club
Appreciate that.
right now
Thank you.
on Facebook. So go there right now, right now. So how else can people reach out to you, Carl?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram as well. We've got Cashflow Club Ireland on Instagram. So yeah, we're thinking about TikTok as well. We're thinking about that. We lived in China, so we're kind of
Okay.
like, okay. We understand. TikTok is a Chinese company as well.
That's right.
So yeah,
Yes.
won't say
Okay.
any
Great.
more
So,
on that.
yes. Yes. So he's on Instagram, and
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, you can find his contact right below this video you're watching. Everything you need to know about him, you'll find it there. So he's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. Um, are you on LinkedIn?
yeah.
Yes, he's on LinkedIn as well. So
LinkedIn.
go follow him right now. And if you've got any questions on how to get into the gold or silver business, we're not saying he's a financial advisor, right? He
Correct.
just has a wealth of knowledge based off personal experience.
Yeah,
So
I'm
whatever you
QBE, right? Qualified by experience.
exactly QBE. So whatever you heard from him today on this program, please do not take it as a
Yeah,
financial advice. If you
yeah.
need financial advice, still feel free to visit the experts or certified people in that area. But however, this guy has a wealth of knowledge and can help you develop that cash flow mindset that you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We want you to please like and share this broadcast, because you might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. You might just be saving that business owner who made up his or her mind some minutes ago to go commit suicide in the next few minutes.
Mm,
But just hearing this message might give that
mm.
person some hope to
Yeah,
understand that there are
absolutely.
still things they can do to
Mm.
turn their lives around. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, Carl. It's
Thank you.
been a wonderful
Appreciate that.
pleasure hearing and learning from you. I have learned so much from you too. And I
Thank
hope
you.
when next we invite you to come on this show, you will join us.
100%. I have the baby in the arm as well.
Yes, great, great, great. We're looking
Thank you so
forward to
much, Sean. I
yeah, we're
appreciate that.
looking
Thank you.
forward to that. And we hope to read your book. We know you're working on a book right now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah, we hope to read your book. And we're putting together a book for entrepreneurs. We're
Nice.
calling on entrepreneurs who want to share their entrepreneurial journey. So we want to write a book on, a book that would inspire people to make that transition from employment into entrepreneurship. So if you would be interested, we would like to
Yeah, yeah,
have a word with you,
absolutely.
so we can,
Absolutely do the deal.
yeah,
Yeah,
so we
we'll
can
do that.
co-author that book. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Before I let you
Awesome.
go, I want you to speak for 30 seconds. Talk to that man or that woman who
Whoa, where
who's
do I
still
start?
waiting. Yeah, who's still waiting for the right time.
um
Just
I
encourage them.
just, I keep bringing it back to, being on your deathbed many years from now. You don't want to regret anything. Big time. You don't want to regret anything. You want to make sure that you start now with whatever it is that you decide to do. Join the gym. Invest in yourself. Read a book. Read one of Robert Kiyosaki's books. Business of the 21st Century, Second Chance, Rich Dad Poor Dad. There's so much knowledge out there, and believe in yourself. That's the one thing. Believe that you can achieve whatever you want. And I know that sounds a bit cliche, but if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So yeah, folks, if you got a lot of value from this, connect with me. I appreciate what John is doing. Thank you so much, John. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, you just heard him. Connect with him. Go grab some of those books he recommended for you, because those books changed the trajectory for him. And those books can also ignite the fire in
Yeah,
you as well. All right. He said something. Everything in life is a cliche, but it is whenever that cliche resonates with you that truly matters. Carl's job is to constantly remind you of the things you already know. So don't expect something new from him. His job is to constantly remind you of what you already know, because he knows that one day it will resonate with you. And we hope that today is that day. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Thank you, everybody. And I really do appreciate all the beautiful comments. Let's see. We have so many comments here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Let's just pick a few.
Sonata.
Yes, I see Rosalinda. Rosalinda
Yeah.
said, "Good morning from Philippines."
Wow.
Hey, yes, all the way from Philippines. Yes, you see, we're impacting lives in Philippines. Carl, you're
Wow.
talking to people in Philippines. Thank you so much for joining us. I see you, Senada. Oh, she said,
Sonata.
yeah, she said, hi, John. Hi, Carl. Yeah, I know Senada is from the United Kingdom, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. And she just repeated,
nice.
she said, the best investment is an investment in yourself.
True.
Yes, thank you so, so much. We appreciate you all for listening to us. Please remember, like and share this broadcast. Like and share this broadcast. We really do appreciate you all. Take time, enjoy your weekend. Stephen Covey says, let's all learn to live life. Let's learn to love. He said, live, love, learn, and leave a legacy. All right. So
Yeah.
your life should be centered around that. You have to live, love, learn, and leave a legacy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. And Carl, it's been a pleasure once again.
Thank
Have a
you.
great weekend.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Bye
Thanks very
bye.
much. Bye bye.